Hello and welcome back to ParticularPixels. I'm Charling, and in today's video I just wanted to talk a little bit about the connection times and the matchmaking balance and a few other things in Rainbow Six Siege. So a friend and I formed a squad last night to try and play the game, and it took us literally, I think it was 5 or 6 minutes to actually get into a match, but partially because halfway through my friend got disconnected, so we had to reform the squad, we had to rejoin. And the problem is that the joining a match process seems to take a while. And if this was a once-off incident, I probably wouldn't have made this video, but this is something that's been going on for a while. You know, yesterday throughout the day when I was playing, and because it takes long, people start leaving, and when people leave it takes even longer, you know, and then the people who have been in the queue don't want to wait any longer, so they leave, and then, you know, you end up sitting on this searching for players screen for ages. In fact, it's quicker to just exit back to main menu and retry or restart the matchmaking process from the beginning. And if it starts to take long, exit to main menu and, you know, wash, rinse and repeat. This is not something that you should have to do. And rank takes even longer. You know, what you're seeing on the screen now, the estimated wait time for the match was 45 seconds. The estimated wait time will get to 0 and then you'll wait an additional 5 minutes or additional 3 minutes or whatever it is. Rainbow Six Siege is a multiplayer game. How can the main mode of the game be so problematic? Yes, I understand that they are probably working towards fixing these issues, but the game's been out for 1.5 months and gone through several betas in the past, and these issues are still persistent. Yes, they fixed the infinite loading screen bug, and yes, they fixed the getting no renown, but these are issues that shouldn't even have been present at release. And half the time, when the matchmaking does work, you suddenly get put into, if you don't get disconnected that is, you'll be put into matches as a spectator. So you'll sort of wait, you'll eventually get into the match, and then oh, you can't select your operator and the match starts, and then oh, you can't actually play the first round either because you're a spectator. Or you'll start the game as a recruit because for some reason you didn't get it to pick your operator like everybody else. And this has happened several times over the course of the past few days. Or you'll end up joining a match in the last round because, you know, of course the team was losing and players on the team left, so you get thrown into the middle of a match, a losing match, which is bearable. Look, you know, fine, but getting thrown into the last round, or in some situations I've been thrown into the conclusion screen of a match after having to wait a few minutes to even join the match. I get thrown into the scoreboard screen, at which point we go straight back into matchmaking again and have to sit through, you know, waiting to find another team. I don't understand how these issues can still be present at this point in the game. These need to be fixed. With Siege being so multiplayer focused, you know, if they don't get these issues sorted, players are going to start leaving. And as much as I love the game, it can be extremely frustrating when this stuff happens. Let's say you have a limited time to play, you want to get some good gaming in, you team up with your friend and you spend more time waiting in queues trying to get into matches than actually playing the game. That is not something that should be happening in a multiplayer focused online shooter. The other thing I wanted to talk about was matchmaking balance. Very often, in fact more often than not, if you're probably wondering why I'm clicking on all the plays in the list in the video, it's because it just amazes me. I'm just curious to see what kinds of teams are being put up against each other. And more often than not, as I said earlier, I'm in a situation where I'm in the 60s level range and I'll be teamed up with a level 0. I've been teamed up with level 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s. If I'm lucky, I'll be teamed up with a level 20. And then when I check, and you know, that's not inherently the problem. Fine, you know. But when I click on the other team, it's level 99, gold league player, level 89, level 79. And this is not something that happens only now and again. It happens very, very often. And you know, sometimes obviously it's not my team that has the problem. Sometimes it'll be the other team who's in the situation. And that's not balanced matchmaking. You know, and it's not that I think that low-level players don't play well or that high-level players are extremely good at the game. I mean, it just means that they've spent more time playing the game, fine. But the fact that they've spent more time playing the game means they have all the operators. It means they know the levels, at least partially, versus a level 2 person or a level 1 person who's probably just started playing the game. He doesn't have all the operators and he doesn't have a full working knowledge of the maps in the game. And again, that's not inherently a problem in itself, but when you're putting a team of people who aren't as familiar with the game, so let's say 4 of my teammates are in the situation where they're relatively new to the game, but then we are put up against 5 people who've put hundreds of hours into the game. That's not a fair trade-off. And yes, of course, it's casual, stats don't matter, blah blah blah, but the fact is it makes for a less fun experience. Played a certain amount of time, should be matched with people who have a similar amount of play time or a similar level range. I mean, it just seems like common sense, to be honest. So those, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, those are the 2 things I wanted to talk about that I'm experiencing. Yeah, I guess that was a bit of a rant, but yeah, that's all I had to say. I'm sure you guys have had some similar issues. Let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys next time.